Hi, I'm Shannon Margaret and I'm newer to YouTube. I post book videos on Monday and career and lifestyle videos on Wednesday. And for this week's Monday video, I will be talking about Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This was a highly anticipated release by not just me, but a lot of other people. And I was so excited when it came in the mail last week. Pretty much I tried to film like a little bit of a reading vlog, but you'll find throughout the video, I thought this book was a little one note. So I feel like my reactions are kind of similar across the board. After a week with Onyx Storm, I definitely have my thoughts, and I will let you know at the end of this video what I thought of this book. I just got home from work, and the box is here. Obviously, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame are on my favorite shelf behind me. I read Iron Flame whenever it came out, and Fourth Wing I think I read 2 or 3 years ago now. So I'm so excited. I'm very excited because I don't know what edges I got. My Iron Flame, my set doesn't match right now, so Iron Flame I got like the black sprayed edges, and then Fourth Wing I just got, this was like the original. My friend was showing me that she got hers today, and I was so jealous because I was in the office all day, so I had to wait. And I just saw it sitting there on the Ring doorbell. It's way more gold. Oh my god. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. This feels different. Oh my lord. The edges are sick. I'm obsessed with the edges. And it has the map like it has in the other one. Wow. It's so gold. It's like a lot more gold than I thought. I was confused why it was black and white and there was no gold in it. Wow. Doesn't that look beautiful? So pretty. I decided to use a little bit of my lunch break for work to get started on Onyx Storm today. I am so excited. It is 5:15 and it's Friday, and so it is time for me to dive into Onyx Storm. I've only read about like 50 pages the past couple days. I don't know why I've been so tired when I've come home from work because I've been in the office a couple days this week, and I've just been like going right to sleep. So I'm ready to get changed. I had a bunch of client calls today, so I had to be like kind of dressed up. So I'm ready to get into my lazy girl uniform, as I call it, which is my super comfy sweatset. And I'm just gonna read all night. That's like literally my only plans for the night. I'll luckily have this gentleman with me all night too. So I'm gonna go get changed. I'm excited. Does anyone else work from home and like you come down and it's just dark and it is literally only 5:20. I'm so mad. I just like was talking about how confused I am, and I had it in time lapse. So new to my camera, clearly that I left it all in time lapse. So it's like literally me just like blah, blah, blah. But what I was saying in that clip is that I've been reading for a little bit now, and my update is just that I'm confused. I feel like there's a lot of characters being thrown in, and like I know I should know who they are, and they give the rundown in the beginning. I just feel like there's so many more characters that got introduced in Iron Flame, and now they're using all of those characters. And I'm just like sitting here reading, like, who are you again? Like, what? Like, I just like wish I like understood it a little bit better. Like, I understand what is going on, but the who is like getting me. Oh, brain process, try your best. I'm enjoying my time so far. I just like need to remember the characters. And I think as I read, that'll happen because I remember that kind of happening in Iron Flame. So hopefully my next update is more positive. All right, it is Sunday and we are back at it. I'm only up to page 110 in Onyx Storm, and that is chapter 13. My review of the first 100 pages is there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of people that you're supposed to know who they are, and it's a little difficult. And I think the plot's just a little like all over the place right now. I do understand like the main theme of what this book is probably trying to accomplish and what we're rooting for in this book, but yeah, it's not like as precise as I would say like it felt like in the other two. I'm here with my matcha as usual, and I'm going to dive back in. I luckily got the Skip the Line copy for 7 days on the day that Onyx Storm came out. I went onto Libby and was able to rent it right away. I might listen to it and do some knitting. I have to do some cleaning and I have to do some grocery shopping today. So it's still Sunday, so I still have to get ready for the week. But I'm gonna relax and drink this and try to get some reading in first. Some chores, and I've been listening to the audiobook, and I think the audiobook is pretty good, and I do think it helps a lot to understand like the different characters. I feel like the narrators are doing a pretty good job, and like it's easy. I don't know, I have like an easier time following the audiobook for some reason. I just got to page 200, and I do think it's picking up now, and I'm like completely following it now. Enjoying it more than I enjoyed the first 100 pages. I honestly like don't really know where it'll go or like what's gonna happen, but I'm going to put all my groceries away. So I'm over halfway through, and I actually have a couple of friends reading this right now at the same time. And I'm definitely ahead of everybody, but I'm honestly trying to just like get through it because I think if I don't read it all at once. One, I think I might end up DNFing it if I didn't get to read it all at once. And I'm like halfway through. So I'm like enjoying it, but I think it could have been written in a simpler way so that it wasn't so complicated. I think give my eyes a break and do a little knitting. Apologies for the bad lighting. I just feel like with the flash on, it's like overly bright. Visitor. Oh. Hi, buddy. Oh, don't fall. Oh my god, you're gonna sit on my knitting. I have my knitting stuff over here. Oh, oh. Well, I'm going to try to knit if this man. You're so cute. I'm going to switch to audiobook and knit for a little bit. And I assume this guy is gonna just cuddle up with me. I really had high hopes that I would be checking in every 50 pages, but for the most part, I really thought it was one note. I think when an author writes a 500-page book of like battle and high stakes, it's really hard to figure out like what is actually important and what's not. And all of the high stakes scenes start to just feel very similar, and like we've been here before, they're gonna win. Like it gets super repetitive after a certain point. So I would say like my main overall gripe with this book is that it does feel life or death the entire book for 500 pages, where I just didn't feel like Fourth Wing and Iron Flame had that feeling. I feel like there were definitely some peaks and valleys of when they were like comfortable at school, and you don't really get as much of that in Onyx Storm. And I love like the whole school aspect and training aspect, and I felt like there was some, but like not as much as I wish there was. Also, I can't do this review and not acknowledge how confusing this book was. I think if you want to read it and just like get through it, it does make sense as you go along. Like I will assure you, I think you will start to understand everything. If you do have a hard time in the beginning, I definitely think you should keep with it. And I do ultimately think the ending was totally worth it. I think it's not an ending that made me feel as complete as Fourth Wing or Iron Flame, but I do think she set up the fourth book very, very well, and I definitely will be reading the fourth book. However, as much as I was invested in getting to the ending, there was a part where I was like, I'm ready for this just to be over, because it's a lot of battle in this book, which I don't think is a spoiler. I think we all expected that this was going to be a high battle theme book. So to get to some of my good points, because obviously I have some gripes with this book, there definitely were some amazing scenes. There were some scenes where I like jaw dropped. Again, though, I feel like they don't hit as hard because you're reading so many, and also it's just a little confusing to follow. So I really did enjoy how Rebecca Yarros still incorporated Violet and Xaden's relationship, but kind of in like it was an underlying theme, and it wasn't like thrown in your face over and over and over again like it was kind of in Iron Flame or Fourth Wing. I like how you still got that relationship aspect, and it was like, I guess, a little more toned down or muted, and it kind of gave way for like other characters and other storylines to come out, in my opinion. So overall, after all is said and done, a week of reading this, I have given this 3 out of 5 stars. So Fourth Wing I gave 5 out of 5, and Iron Flame I gave 4 out of 5. So we're trending downwards, but I actually really do have high hopes for book 4 because of how crazy this ending was. I can't lie, I had to go on to Reddit after to see what the heck the ending meant, but I don't think we're supposed to know what it meant completely, and I think that's why we're all going to be excited for book 4. Also, I feel like I had to still give it a 3 out of 5 because I still love the world and I love the cast of characters. I would say that my character like allegiances really like trend towards all the characters that were in Fourth Wing, but any of those in this book are like, I feel like what I'm mainly reading for and for those relationships. And I do love how they write, how Rebecca Yarros writes friendship and love and all of that. So I think my only gripe still is just I think the world needs to be developed a little bit more, and honestly maybe some footnotes. She tried to lay it out in the beginning of the book, giving us like what people's signets were and like who they were, and I just didn't find the list to be as all encompassing as I wish it was. And also just the map in general, like there was a lot of places that were named that weren't in the map, but I guess because they're in certain provinces and you're supposed to know that. But like I kept flipping to the map, I kept flipping to the character list, and I just like found like ultimately it wasn't super helpful. There was literally only one time towards the end where I was like, what's their signet? And then I like looked and I was like, oh, okay. Like that made like an impact for me. So I definitely think it's worth a read. I think a lot of people are so lost in the beginning of this book. I know I'm asking friends what they are thinking so far, and everyone's really stuck in the beginning. But I'm telling you, power through, and I do think you might find it worth it. And I don't really think it's a book that's going to give up the rest of the series. I think everyone's still going to be invested and ready for book number 4. Comment down below if you have read this and what you thought, and let me know if you had similar thoughts than me, completely different. I'm so interested to see how everyone will take this book. That was my review. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Bye. So exciting. Oh, which one are we gonna push away though? Oh, why are these in the wrong order? Oh, okay. Who are we gonna get rid of? Oh, I love this book. We're not getting rid of this one. Oh, it might be time. It might be time for a change. I guess so. Do I hate it? I don't know. But oh my gosh. Welcome to the family. Looks so nice.